Bang. All right. Yo, welcome to the RSMT SMT and IFVG education session. It is October 23rd, 2025, and we are about to run this up. So we got Storm here as a special guest. He has been running it up a little bit with RSMT, SMT, iFVG for a little bit, so he's going to show you guys some really great examples of trades with it, and I'll show you guys 2 trades that I took this past week with the model that I just described. So without further ado, Storm, I will leave it to you, and yeah, let's run it.
All right. Well, let's see what we had. We had a decent SMT RSMT today as well, just in pre-market. I think Bonk took that as well. Yeah. What do you want to do? Like, just explain the trades that we did like last week?
Yeah.
On the RSMT SMT.
Yeah, that works.
Let's see if I can get like my trading view to come back a little bit. Let's see. All right, so this one that we had showing here, we just give it a little bit more room. Pretty sure, well, basic. We had a nice RSMT with an SMT opening here with a 30-second inverse. I didn't have the 1 minute here because I have the 30-second on my top step, but with the 1 minute here, we had a beautiful entry after the 1 minute close. Just stop loss like just above the last high from it. And then basically targeting, what I'm targeting right now with RSMT, SMT, iFVG is basically just a 3-to-1. Not targeting any kind of liquidity sweeps or any draws on liquidity. I'm just trying to like really quick scalp the RSMT, SMTs because the bullets that we are working on are way high of an RR. And also with bullets, we are looking, of course, for like really draws on liquidity. So if we have an SMT, RSMT at open, or if we have an RSMT, SMT somewhere else, myself, I'm just looking for like a quick free RR basically. Same thing with this one. This was just in pre-market at 3 o'clock. So that's like, I think 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock for you guys. And it's basically half an hour just before open. From here, what I was what I was targeting, I think it was like a 5-minute untap. Yes, here we go. So we had the SMT, RSMT, and then after entry for the IFG, I was targeting this 5-minute, the middle zone as well. So as you can see, basically just fucking top to bottom take the exact fucking move. And from there, we had the pump, of course. So that was basically the SMT, RSMT that we had today. I know Bonka did it as well, but he got wicked out. But he was looking for the right one, so that's good. Let me see if I can get the one from yesterday. Yeah, the one from yesterday, fucking
right.
Pico perfecto.
You know what? I think it's better if I show this one, if that's all right.
Yeah, no, of course.
All right, hold up.
Yeah, of course.
Let me
Go ahead.
configure this for the education session.
So I'm looking for price imbalance. Yes, I do look for price imbalance because what I said, the 5-minute untapped from today was one of the things that I was looking at, especially because we had like definitely a break of structure after the full pump. So I was just basically looking for the lower high that it was making.
I don't know why ES didn't follow along here. Here we go. So, as you guys can see here, this is okay. It's recording correctly. As you guys can see here, we have a fat SMT with ES. These pre-market highs here were swept out on NQ.
Brother, I don't think you're sharing your screen.
Oh,
I can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always do that. I literally always do that.
Yeah, all good now.
Okay, it's all good. Great. So, as I was saying, as you guys can see here, we have a very, very fat pre-market SMT, or, sorry, market open SMT with the pre-market highs. That's more so what I meant. We have a SMT with the pre-market highs on NQ, but not ES. Let me draw this out here. As you can see here, pretty glaring, pretty fat divergence between the two of them. So, with that in mind, that's the SMT that we want. I don't know why my zones are glitching out right now on ES. me reload these. Here we go. So, essentially, around my time of entry, we were testing into the blue zone and the red zone at the same time. Essentially, really all I care about, tapped into like the blue zone here, and then wicked, closed back down within the red zone. And then on top of that here, just accidentally reversed everything. Oopsie. Long story short, I get my initial entry for like, I believe I got it for 3 micros here. Just at that fill at 279.75, pretty much 280. And then off of this 30-second inversion here, I scale in just a little bit, 2 micros, brings my average fill down a little bit, and then I trail my stop straight to here at 284. And then from there, take partials at this low, around like 222, I believe. And from there, went break even fully on my trade. And reversed a little bit, did all that shit. And I held it all the way down. We'll go back out to the 1 minute here, where you can see. Held it all the way down to the red zone. And, of course, you know, did some bullshit around the red zone. This was also technically a bullet. I ended up longing it immediately after, like, I believe I had 1 micro, and then I put an order for 3 micros here just so it would enter me into the longs. And I'm like, oh yeah, guys, watch me bottom tick in the video that I took, and I just got immediately stopped out. So, haha, whatever the fuck. But again, got a little bit fucky. It's probably the best word for it. But we ended up getting, I mean, at the best of it, like another 300 points after that, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah.
The top take was like a full 500 point from top to bottom.
I just didn't hold it the entire way. But yeah, that was the model, all things considered, that we base it off. Now I'm going to hand it back off to Storm.
Right, let me get my screen. Sick. I basically had exactly the same play, but I didn't have bigger balls as Bonka, so I just got out at the low right here. But still for a nice 3.7 RR, like really clean one. Yeah, and as Bonka said, this was a fairly nice level. If you held it all the way through, I saw somebody, I think in the chat like yesterday, held it, like holding it all the way down. I think like somewhere to here. Let me see. I think this setup yesterday was an ES trade that I did. Get back. Yeah, look at it. Exactly the same setup again. Where ES got the SMT, well, basically touching the yellow zone here. Yeah, this was a nice one. Same thing, basically, the SMT with the RSMT from here. Getting from the yellow zone, I picked it in on the yellow zone of the CE, but then I entered after. So like my average entry came at like 777, and from there just held it down to, I think it was like some kind of FEG. I think it was like this 1 minute FEG that was holding. From there, I also just grabbed a nice 6.1 just before reversing again, and I think this was also just before open, like at pre-market. So you see, what I've been seeing is that the RSMT SMT IFVG setup is playable more in like the pre-market session than like the full normal session, or especially at open. What bullets don't have that much anymore. I know bullets had it like a while ago in like May and June, but now you see like the RSMT SMT IFG setting up on the opens and pre-markets way more often. Let me see if I can. Oh my god, this was this was a banger that I totally missed, and I'm still fucking sad about it. This was the Monday, the no news Monday, that I decided not to trade, but I still wrote it down. This was a 19 RR SMT RSMT that I just didn't cut, and it was really fucking annoying. Because I had my limit at 113, and 115 it took, and it just went absolutely like bonkers, basically. But I will show you. A lot of people ask me, like, there wasn't an SMT or SMT To be honest, there was, and there was one definitely. The reason why I didn't get into the inverse from this one, well, I'll fucking show you. There wasn't an inverse. The inverse was basically almost already a trade from here. But the SMT RSMT was definitely in it. Even if you look like really close from here, SMT with RSMT tapping the red zone here, or tapping the red zone here on NQ, and then just absolutely taking off until like, let me see if I can get it on the same window. I hope it doesn't fuck up. Okay, it doesn't load from here. That's perfect. I was targeting this big sell-off candle on like the 10th of October, the moment that the big news from Trump came in. I was basically targeting that from the SMT, from the the SMT RSMT from there. But yeah, 200 points missed, 19 points. What would be an absolute banger on it. And that was basically this week's from SMT, RSMT, IFVG. And as you can see as well with this one, with the first one, what I just explained, I think this one also was like literally at open. Let me
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
literally.
1529, 1530. Yeah, so that's literally at open. So yeah.
Fuck. Crazy.
So it has been playing out so like so many times, but you just gotta like be on the charts and especially just have two charts open, one on NQ, one on ES, and from there just like really be watching. Let me see if any chat I missed. Let me see. Should you take RSMT, SMT, IFG trades in accordance to your bias, or would you just be an extra confluence, or would to be honest, the SMT, RSMT, IFG, I don't even look at the bias from it. I do look at it a little bit, but I don't keep it accountable for the trades that I take, especially because what I said, they are scalps, they're not the bullets, and I am not targeting different kind of DOLs that we are targeting with bullets. So I'm gonna say that the bullet is a different kind of strategy that you need to learn, and RSMT, SMT plus IFG is a different kind of strategy that you need to learn. Because the scalps that you're doing with the SMT, RSMT aren't the same way as you're doing with the bullet.
Perfect.
How many SL points for ES? I do normally between like 2 and 4. I think on this one that I just like had for the ES one, I think it was like 2 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so for the ES, this one was basically also just above like the yellow zone, and then it came out to like 2, normally between 2 and 4, what I normally do.
Crazy.
So liquidity sheep isn't needed as long as you know you're kind of running for DOL. What you mean with that, Patrick? What do you mean IFG though? Because it seems and without Storm said he's just going for free R, not really. Yes. What Jaden is saying, like I'm not looking for the same DOL that like the DOL that you're taking or that you're you're tracking in your bias isn't the same DOL that you're taking for the SMT RST, because your DOL that you're analyzing is for your bullet, isn't for your SMT RSMT. Are you looking for any specific draws, such as session highs or session lows, to have an SMT or whatever SMT happens in the moment? You can definitely look for session highs and lows, but the what I've seen, and I can show you with this one, what I have already. You can look for the lows on like London, I think it was pre-market, but it doesn't touch it. Same thing with like today, with this one. One sec. Same thing with today. I'm basically looking for untapped FEGs after we have some kind of push from like the last highs from the last like highs from the trend that it made. So what I said in the beginning, I'm basically just looking for like a lower highs system in that kind of sense. Especially if you're looking for longs, you're gonna look for like a lower high in an untapped 1 or an untapped 5. If I saw this right today. Yeah. So this was also in the beginning what I said. There was a big 5-minute untapped, and that was basically what I was targeting. I was targeting the CE. You can also target the top, you can also target the bottom, whatever you want, but I just like to target the CE from untapped FEGs that were made after a nice pump, especially like here in pre-markets. How do you identify valid entries when there's an SMT, RSMT? Well, that's basically what you're saying, right? Because you're looking for a valid entry on an SMT. You need to have an SMT, you need to have an RSMT, and you need to have an iFVG. That's your
Entries off the
like entry
iFVG.
model, basically.
Yeah, the actual entries off the iFVG. All right.
All right,
Any more
Bonks, you
questions?
wanna take this over again?
Yeah, I mean.
Any more, basically, by the way, any more questions from me? Or for any other stuff that's regarding the SMT, RSMT, and IFVG? What if there's no clear IFVG? Then you don't take it. Simple as that.
Simple. All right.
Don't make it harder on yourself. Just make it as simple as you could be. Just only take like A+ setups. Not gonna look or force any kind of setups that are not there. Or if you missed one, don't chase like a trade. Just let it go. Just wait for the bullet or wait for another day. What Bunka always says, I always take it in my trades right now. You're trading for tomorrow. You're not trading for today or yesterday. You're trading for tomorrow. If you miss a trade or whatsoever, same thing with this one. I saw this basically little bullet, even like an RSMT as well, playing out. I didn't take it because I was locked out. But then you know what? I don't give a fuck because tomorrow is a new day.
Yep. Exactly.
Just don't make it as difficult for yourself. Make it easy.
All right.
Sorry if I missed. Do you scale in? Yes, I do scale in. I sometimes I do even pre-fire it with one con, and then I'm gonna put my SL. But if I lose my one con of SL, I'm probably gonna lose like maybe $40, $50. Well, I can lose that on a XFA or eval. The moment that I see it playing out and I see a good rejection or I see a 1 minute IFG, I definitely scale in. And then once I scaled in, I'm gonna move my SL to the top of the wick, and then from there just look for your TPs basically. What do you think about the bullet from today? You wanna explain that, Bonkai, or you want me to give my opinion?
I'll give my opinion on that real quick, and then we'll start to wrap things up here. But here we go. Let me go back to today. Today's bullet, all things considered, wasn't really the best. I mean, it looks decent. We go on the hourly here. Ooh. Again, I came in today with a short bias because we had London sponsorship.
You're not sharing.
Oh, okay. Like usual. There we go. Again, I came into today very bearish, with, again, bearish London sponsorship from the 4-hour gap, especially pre-market. We were all the way down here. I thought we were just going to flush the previous day lows. Clearly, that did not go to plan. But again, I mean, I guess it's probably safe to say we're going to run Asia highs out now. Just retake all-time highs. It's probably the most logical thing. But all things considered, the bullet today, I mean, when we look at my conditions checklist, Asian session highs and lows cannot be swept out by London session. And again, it was London pre-market, but all things considered, as you can see, Asia highs and Asia lows were swept out by London session. So, I mean, just that alone would be criteria for the bullet to not work whatsoever. Typically when that does happen, though, again, with these conditions, I tell you guys how to trade these because it's very difficult, I guess you could say, especially with what we trade. But all things considered, days like this, we're just going to end up going for a higher DOL. Again, me personally, I thought we were going for previous day lows. I guess it just said fuck you and wanted to go the other way, and that's okay. We have, tomorrow, I'm not going to be trading tomorrow or, like, honestly, probably the next couple of days because I do have some tests coming up, and I do want to focus on that. But, again, we're going to be rolling with everything as usual. Probably going to end the month only up, like, 10, 11 racks, but that's okay. Probably do, like, a payout video sometime in, like, the next, like, week and a half, 2 weeks. So, yeah. Can I hold a band? Yeah, I'm not trading tomorrow. So the SMT plus RSMT is just like that dog casual. I'm not exactly 100% sure how, but again, does anyone know if I will pass my MFF account today? I'm not exactly sure, Stunner. I'll bet I will next time. I'll do a collab with MD next education session. I think that's pretty cool. So, without further ado, anyone have any other questions? I haven't taken a daily payout with TPT yet. No, I think I have to have 30 winning days with them. Tradeful has not come out yet with the rise indicator. It is not, unfortunately. This is recorded, yes. Alrighty, boys. Yeah, I'm probably going to be releasing this for free. So, with that being considered, go check out the link in my bio. I'm doing a 3 to 4 week long trading challenge where I'm going to be running up as much as possible with you guys and recording everything. And yeah, if you want to check that out, details will be in the link down below in the description. Hope you guys have a great, beautiful day. And thank you guys for baking with Blanca. Peace.